Welcome, welcome. Today, I pick out my 2024 bow. Let's go.
Go fast, Jesus Christ. It's a lot of mass to stop. Why did I let you talk me into this? Yeah, see, once again, he's not worried about my shit. Okay, you got to promise if I manage to hit you in the face with it, you have to keep the video in there.
Toss it like a good little tosser.
I thought he was going to say like a good little...
2024 bow buying test review. Bowtech Core SS. Bowtech Core SR. Elite Ethos. Hoyt Alpha X 33. Prime RVX 34. And perhaps the most innovative bow we've seen in the last few years, Mathews Lift, for me, 33.
Can I get out now?
Josh Jones. Bowmaster, Bow Yoda, Josh Jones. Introducing the Bow Yoda.
What's up? Why did I do this?
We're gonna shoot all the bows and eliminate them one by one by one by one. First up, speed test.
Garmon.
And whoever doesn't make it from the speed test is getting snipped.
Single, mingle, prime, RVX 34.
Let's see what it does.
According to their Instagram.
Speed test.
279.8. So, and this is to just get rid of one bow?
Yep.
Okay.
And to get us a baseline for a speed test. Elite Ethos. Now, one thing interesting about this bow is you can move your wheeling a little bit.
Yeah, it's on there. But they did put an integrated V-bar on it this year. So there's a plus there. 286.9.
287 with a 7-inch brace height. That's pretty impressive little.
Really is.
Yeah. Bowtech Core SS. You can move the wheels right at the wheel without putting it in a press. You can adjust the grip. And for the at-home tuner or just making it easier on your archery shop, you can also tune it right at the cam.
On the cam now.
Okay.
Just focus on the cam.
This is the SS, which stands for super smooth, and it's 31.5 axle to axle.
Yeah, if I remember right. It's on the card there. Pretty sure. 284.3.
284.3, also pretty impressive for a bow in the smooth category. Bowtech Core SR. So this is the SR speed bow, little less brace height. It's just a chunk over 6 or right at 6.
That's at 6 if anything is shot.
Yeah, at 6, 33 inches axle to axle. Definitely more aggressive cam. Feels heavier on the front end. Ooh, speed
and it's
demon.
reflective in the speed.
Dang. Mathews Lift 33, lightest aluminum bow I can think of ever made, and they did everything they could to cut every little nook, cranny, cut adjustment they could make on this, and they maintain this long riser, which helps a bow feel just like a little more steady. A long riser, length matters in this situation. Mathews Lift 33, all of these bows are set up on a 29-inch draw with my 440 grain arrow.
.287.1.
Hoyt Alpha X 33. I'm coming off of shooting the VTM 34, which I had a good season with. They did quite a bit to this bow. They added more cutouts, created a little wider limb set, put more adjustability in the cam, 1/4-inch draw length adjustments, adjustable back wall. A lot of nice, well thought out innovations in this, including this little nipple of destiny thing here that will keep your cam off the ground when you put their Go sticks on, which is basically a bipod that will go on the front of this. Alpha X 33, speed test.
287.3.
I said we're gonna eliminate one bow. Prime coming in slow, considerably slower than the rest. She gone. On to the final 5.
I think you just bought that one.
So we are gonna take it right down the line, shoot them all one by one. see what we think, and eliminate another bow. I want to get a good feel for the grip, how it feels like it's holding, and just get you some thoughts from there. Elite, first up, Ethos. They do have a nice grip on here.
That's a nice machine contoured grip.
Feels good. Now it is straight up aluminum. That'd be a little chillier in those chilly months, but you can always put some tape on it or something like that.
Thermal wrap.
Draw cycle feels relatively smooth, no big dump. This kind of has a similar parallel limb construction, right? Longer riser, parallel limbs. That seems to be the trend now. And then we'll pull the old famous grip the third one, huh? See if we can feel
it helps you feel vibration.
Any ringing and tinging. Just a touch of ringing in the grip. I do like the grip as far as how it feels. I like the features across the board on this. I can totally see why the Elite fans are very passionate about this bow. Bowtech Core SS. I do hope you guys will have a chance to shoot the SS and the SR side by side. If it's one that you're interested in, they are two very different draw cycles. SS, super smooth up first. As I pull that back to back with the Elite, I would say there is a little more hesitation to get that cam to pull over.
In which bow?
In the SS.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little more. I think the Elite pulled nice and smooth. I think this pulls smooth as well. There's just a little more effort to get that cam rolled over. And as far as the feel of the grip goes, I really dig it. I think Bowtech makes a great stock grip. We'll hold on to this one. Touch of vibration, similar to the Ethos. One thing I find that's pretty interesting about this bow is it is the shortest one in our batch, but holding it, it doesn't feel any more squirrely side to side. It feels like it's very stable given the length. Bowtech Core SR. High marks on our speed test. I think this is a pretty cool finish. It's kind of got that military green look. A little bit of difference in brace height. Brace height is one of the ingredients that allows a bow to be more forgiving. That's where you're getting your additional speed from. So you're giving up some forgiveness to get it in the speed category. A little extra length axle to axle. So potentially a little more stability there. Let's give it a pull back and get you a good side by side. So the way I would describe the difference in the draw cycle, let me go ahead and shoot this. And it does feel like it's holding very nice and steady. But these are all set to 70 pounds. But this feels like 76 or 78 pounds compared to like the SS or the Elite Ethos. And Josh and I talk about this quite a bit, where you're gonna get used to a bow's draw cycle over the course of a couple hundred arrows. But also when you're hunting, it is nice to have a draw cycle that's a little more smoother, a little more forgiving. You might have to hold back in a whitetail stand for a long time. Do you have thoughts on that?
It's just where the speed's coming from. I mean, that's the reality of it. You're not gonna, there's no magic pill, period. If a bow pulls harder, it's faster. If a bow pulls easier, it's slower. In general, that's just kind of how it works.
Yeah.
And it's what you want. You know, do you want to buy a race car or do you want to buy a commuter car?
Trying to figure out what I want right now.
Not a lot of guys buying a Lamborghini to drive to work.
Yeah. It does seem to want to jump out of my hand a little more too.
More vibration, more speed should equal more recoil.
More
and if the limb angle on that bow is more forward too. It's still parallel, but that's like the riser lengths are the same, but that bow's longer axle to axle, so largely you're gaining a limb angle that's more forward. So when you have a limb angle that's more forward, the bow tends to want to leave your hand a little more. It's still not bad.
One big piece of Bowtech's innovation is they added the hole in the center of the riser, and this is to slide your bow sight straight through the middle. Bringing everything into the center is a trend we've seen in the industry, and it is a good thing. It does help balance a bow, and you can bring things closer to the side of the bow, which helps reduce vibration and things like that. Here's kind of the catch-22. Because it's early, right now there's only one manufacturer that makes a Bowtech sight, and that's Black Gold. So depending on what you want for a sight, if you want to run one through the middle, It's limited options right now.
There is a plus that it's a very good company with a lot of side options. So,
Yeah.
so you're not super limited. You're just limited to one brand right now.
Limited to one brand. We're going to grip one bonus shot here just to see what we can feel. Maybe a touch more vibration. To me, this is a very interesting bow because you're getting such speed. The difference in draw cycle is just so different than those other 5 bows we have laid out. So, pros and cons. Mathews Lift 33. Definitely the most hyped bow of 2024, and for good reason. They did a lot. Yeah, one thing I'm particularly excited about was they revamped their strings, Mathews matte strings. The early feedback from the people who shot them has been good. Limbs are a little wider, a little shorter, different cams, and I did shoot the Phase 4 33, and I do feel like the cams are different in a good way. So let's pull it back and I'll get you some thoughts. Now to me, when I'm drawing a Mathews, the draw cycle seems a little more front loaded. There's just a touch more weight in the front, but all in all the way back, it's relatively smooth. It feels dead in the hand. It does not want to jump out of your hand. Some people like that, some people don't. I don't know that I have a specific preference for that because when the bow is jumping out of your hand, it's providing a little bit of additional feedback. But I do like the cams, guys. I think from a personal perspective, the cams are a big upgrade. I'll show you what used to happen when I would draw a Phase 433. Every once in a while, I'd get a little micro jitter, like the string would want to creep forward on me. I can't even really do that with this bow. It doesn't want to creep forward, which will give me more confidence in a hunting bow. Okay, final arrow, we'll grip this one up, see what we see here. Over the course of the last couple of years, Mathews has definitely integrated some cool accessories with their bows. In traditional Mathews fashion, they're well designed, they're well thought out, but they also tend to be upper tier on the price. So if you're gonna rig it out completely with all of their accessories, you're gonna pay a little extra for that. Final shot with the Mathews, I'll grip this one. It always feels weird gripping the bow, because I've been told not to. Probably the least amount of vibration out of the riser up to the bows that we've shot so far. This is a pretty cool bow, guys. I think not to be underrated is the total length of the riser. That just helps the bow want to hold nice and steady without a lot shaking side to side. Hoyt also did put some new strings on their bow. I appreciate that they did that. I did get a little bit of serving separation at the end of last year. Some curious things to play with in the cam, 1/4 inch draw length adjustments, adjustable let off, adjustable back wall as far as feel goes. Hoyt's made some pretty good accessories too. The way they integrate their rear bar, that's nice. Their quiver I ran all last year. Quiver held up well.
Just traditionally on those bows, whether it be the Hoyt or the Mathews, it's usually the lowest profile thing you can get, and they're integrated into that for a reason. And they went even farther this year on this one because the quiver mounts in farther inside the riser, so you can move the quiver in even farther. You can set the quiver on the riser now, like before you really couldn't. So it's just they do a really good job.
So Hoyt Alpha X 33, one thing I do think they do a good job of too is their finishes are nice. They come with some cool color options. Last year I ran the Battle Worn. I don't know if they'll offer that in this year, but yeah, they make some nice finishes. Hoyt Alpha X 33, first shot. Draw cycle is very smooth and comfortable to me. It does jump out of the hand just a smidge more than the Mathews. I think side by side, going from a Mathews to shooting a Hoyt. Now it's interesting because you have a lot of people in different fan groups. One guy shoots a Hoyt, one guy shoots a Mathews. They probably don't shoot both bows at their bow shops very often. I feel like they hold similarly as far as how the riser feels, the performance out of the hand. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I think these bows are pretty close. Final arrow, I'll grip this one up. We're gonna eliminate some bows. Did I say some?
Yes, you did.
Does that mean we're gonna eliminate more than one?
One would assume that some implies more than one.
Touch more vibration than the Mathews. I mean, this was home base for me for the last year. Draw cycle, start to finish, I think is very nice. There's no uncomfortable pulling at the beginning or the rollover at the end. I hold tight on Hoyt cams, in my opinion, I think give you the best feel to speed ratio. They feel good, and they also shoot relatively fast. Elimination station, I'm gonna eliminate 2 bows. First, the Bowtech Core SR. 2.5 eliminated. I think the technology is great, but when I think about it as a purely hunting bow, I don't want to deal with that aggressive cam, potentially sitting in a whitetail stand or something like that. Super fast bow, if I was only shooting it at 3D or something, I would consider it to be a total contender. But this is a bow to hunt with and use year round, so SR is out. This is a hard decision for me. I shot Hoyt all last year. I think this bow snuck up on me as far as the grip, the at-home tuning features. Yeah, I'm gonna eliminate the Hoyt. We're gonna keep the Ethos, Bowtech Core SS, Mathews Lift. On to the next round.
So what I would do in this next round is I would shoot 1 arrow per each one as quickly as you can to try to get the feel of each one and it be as present in your system as you transfer from one to the other to the other. The longer you go, the harder it is to really feel the sensation of the cycle and the shot. So arrow, 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 and then get rid of one.
Because ultimately at this point, it's basically how does it feel, right? Plus, how does it feel plus features.
Which you already know the features, so.
We know the features.
You're boiling down to feel at this point. Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Not quite rapid fire, but one after another. Elite Ethos up first. Nice grip, aluminum grip. Smooth cycle all the way back. Bowtech Core SS. And when we get down to the nuts and bolts of speeds here, speeds are very similar too between these.
Yeah, from what you have left, these are all really close. Like you eliminated the fast one, you eliminated the slow one, so these are all real similar. So I don't think you can take speed as too much of a factor here. Maybe a little. All right, gun to your head, get rid of one.
One more round and then we'll get rid of one.
Okay. Right. Picky, picky, picky. Well, nobody said you can't just have all 3.
The archery shop owner kind of likes a multi-bow system, don't we?
Well, it doesn't hurt my feelings any. I mean, I still truly do believe that certain bows are designed for certain things, and if you're doing a wide variety of hunting and or target and or 3D, there's definite benefit to having multiple different bows, but I usually recommend people stay with the same brand so the familiarity of the grip gets to them. Because the grip's actually a really important thing.
You know, guys, for the first time, me shooting a bow in recent years that's a little bit shorter in the Core SS, it does scare me a little bit because I know longer bows tend to hold better, but I do think at 31.5 that SS holds pretty dang well. It's like right there. Guys, this is a big production to make this happen, to get all these bows organized, set up to my draw length, ready to roll. Josh has a YouTube channel. I would appreciate it if you go check his YouTube channel out.
Ooh. Hey, I hate holding the camera too. You're welcome.
And he does the deep dive bow reviews. I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers. It would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe to the channel. And if you want to buy some archery stuff, go check out podiumarcher.com. I have a discount code. It's TimC. We'll get you 10% off, even the things you wouldn't think it would. This stage right here is probably the most difficult for me personally because I feel like these are 3 incredible bows. But what is important to me, particularly in this year with my archery evolution or whatever you'd want to call it, is I want to be able to work on my bow. I love calling Josh and having him help me out, but I want to do what I can do without pressing a bow. Incredible bow, Mathews Lift, just not the right bow for me at this time. Boom, crash, bang. Just a little final apples to apples here and we'll make a decision. Elite Ethos, final arrow. Straight to the Core SS. Bowtech Core SS, Elite Ethos. I think we're very blessed in 2024 with our bow selections. What I hope you can do is get to your local archery shop and shoot them side by side and compare for yourself. For me, what's really important for me is having a stable bow platform that I can work on myself. It's the evolution of archery. I want to be good at tuning stuff. And I think there's just nothing more tunable and feature rich than a Bowtech right now. Bowtech Core SS for 2024. Next episode, we build it.